What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. As I predicted, I had the round wrong, but I predicted that Tyson Fury was going to brutally knock out fellow countryman, heavyweight title contender, British superstar boxer Dillian the Body Snatcher Whyte. And in the sixth round of their fight in front of 90,000 fans, Tyson Fury brutally knocks Dillian Whyte out with a right uppercut. And one-punch knockout. Now, I predicted that he would wear Dillian Whyte down. Dillian Whyte fatigues, okay? Tyson Fury is now 32 wins, no losses, one draw, 23 wins by way of knockout. He is 33 years of age, 6'9", with a 85-inch arm reach, okay? Dillian Whyte is now 28 wins, 3 losses, no draws, 19 wins by way of knockout. 3 times in his career, he was knocked out. All Dillian Whyte's losses are knockout losses. And it's ironic because Tyson Fury hit Dillian Whyte with a similar uppercut that Alexander Povetkin, who knocked Dillian Whyte out back in August of 2020, Tyson Fury hit him with the same uppercut and knocked Dillian Whyte out. Similar fashion. It was a little more brutal on the part of Alexander Povetkin because Dillian Whyte did make it back to his feet. In this case, he did not make it back to his feet, okay? Excuse me, people. Excuse me. In the case of when he fought Alexander Povetkin, he didn't make it back to his feet. Tonight, he made it back to his feet. Tyson Fury, Dillian Whyte came out completely unconfident, in my opinion. He came out in the southpaw stance to try to throw Tyson Fury off, to try to give Tyson Fury a different look. He came out in the southpaw stance. And Tyson Fury, came out in the orthodox stance. And to combat that, in the in the second round, Tyson Fury came out in the southpaw stance, and Dillian Whyte came in the orthodox stance. The fact that Dillian Whyte was attempting to go southpaw against Tyson Fury to give him a different look, let me know that he wasn't confident that he could win this fight, okay? And that he was trying to trick his way into a victory opposed to just being strategic and being aggressive. Stated that he had to go to the basement more often than going into the main part of the house. He was attempting that, but Tyson, he looked very slow. Dillian Whyte has a issue with fatiguing. He fatigues in the second half of fights. And just like I stated, after the 5th round, going in the 6th round, Dillian Whyte is going to start to fatigue. Tyson Fury is going to lay on him. Tyson Fury has a 5-inch height advantage. He has a 7-inch arm reach advantage. He's more crafty. He's a better pure boxer. Dillian Whyte does have power. He sits down on his punches. He's a big puncher. But Dillian Whyte has fatigue issues. And just like I stated, Dillian Whyte, he fatigued. He looked like he was fatigued in the second round. Tyson Fury clipped him with a big hook at one point in time. Dillian Whyte, he was claiming it was his, he slipped. It was his foot placement. And then on the inside, as I stated, Dillian Whyte, when it was tied up on the inside, he had to be aggressive and go to Tyson Fury body. He was not, okay? He was just trying to push Tyson Fury back, rough him up. I said that he had to throw hooks and uppercuts on the inside. Once he got on the inside of Tyson Fury, he already struggled to get there because of the range, the arm length, the boxing ability to jab at Tyson Fury, and the 1-2 combination of Tyson Fury. It's hard to work your way on the inside. He finally worked his way on the inside, but he wasn't active when he was on the inside. And so Tyson Fury understood that. So when they tied up and they got on the inside once again, Tyson Fury, he threw a couple of jabs to blind Dillian Whyte to distract him. Then he threw a right uppercut right behind it, clipped Dillian Whyte, knocked him completely out, okay? And this is, this is the blueprint to beat Dillian Whyte. Again, Alexander Povetkin did the same thing. Anthony Joshua, to a degree, did the same thing when he knocked him out, okay? Dillian Whyte is he's a dog. He's a rough, tough customer. But he was knocked down by Derek Chisora, Joseph Parker, Oscar Rivas. Dillian Whyte has been on the canvas multiple times in his career. He just is chinny, okay? He just gets clipped and he goes down, okay? And so with that said, in those fights, he gets up, he shows the dog. But when you get to the upper echelon, the Anthony Joshuas, the Tyson Furies of the world, that's not going to work. Okay. And he tries to walk his way in. He's flat footed. He tries to walk his way in. He becomes predictable at times. He lunges with his hooks. He lunges with his straight right hands at times. He gets undisciplined and he makes mistakes on the defensive end, and it shows up, and it showed up tonight. Okay. And which he got clipped and he got knocked out. Okay. I believe this is, we may have seen the end of Dillian Whyte. He's 34 years old. This was the first time he fought for a world title. And he just got knocked out again. So he's been brutally knocked out 3 times. Now, obviously in the UK, fighters still fight well into their careers when they have losses, a la Derek Chisora, Dillian Whyte at the highest level, I don't think he could beat Deontay Wilder. He would have been the same thing. He was getting clipped with the 1-2. So Deontay Wilder would eventually clip him with the 1-2, should they have fought. He's just not he's a great B level fighter. He's not an A level fighter, and it shows every time he fights. Okay. And once again, it showed up on the biggest stage, right? Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, he talks his way into fights. He is a dog, but I think that at this point in time, Dillian Whyte, he may turn into a gatekeeper moving forward. Okay. He's entertaining. He knows how to sell a fight. He is a dog. He's going to come to fight. But at the end of the day, Dillian Whyte is just not, talented enough to beat the upper echelons, right? Can he beat Alexander Usyk? No. We already saw him lose to Fury and Joshua. Deontay Wilder would knock him out. He's been knocked out multiple times, 3 times in his career brutally now. Guys like Jared Big Baby Anderson, he's a good test, but he'll probably knock him out, we want to see Undisputed in the heavyweight division. Looks like we're going to get Alexander Usyk versus Anthony Joshua rematch in the he's going to defend his unified belt. And then I believe that Alexander Usyk is going to beat Anthony Joshua in the rematch. And I think we get Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk for Undisputed. And Tyson Fury is making a mark. He's making a name for himself and carving out his niche and his legacy in this era, okay, as the best heavyweight in this era. And he's doing so, okay? I stated this all along. If Deontay Wilder wasn't the man to beat Tyson Fury, he's not going to lose, okay? And so, he's not going to lose. I don't think Alexander Usyk could beat him. I don't think that, Anthony Joshua could beat him. We saw Dillian Whyte can't beat him. There's some young fighters like Jared Anderson. I highly doubt that they'll fight. Maybe, Joe Joyce to get an opportunity. But it has to be, a very athletic, big puncher that has a high ring IQ if you're going to offset and beat Tyson Fury. And I just don't see that. So with that said, I think that, we may have seen the last of Dillian Whyte on this level. But at the end of the day, we got to see how it all unfolds. But Tyson Fury now is going to be looking to fight for Undisputed. Anthony Joshua versus Alexander Usyk look like it's going to happen in possibly in June. So we get a decisive victory in that fight, and then we move on to Undisputed in the heavyweight division. Again, Tyson Fury is too mobile, too athletic, too rangy for Anthony Joshua, who's predictable and robotic. He's just too big, I think, for Alexander Usyk. Alexander Usyk is talented. He's quick. He's southpaw. He has power. Very high ring IQ, technically savvy. But again, at 6'3" with a 76, 78 inch arm reach. Tyson Fury at 6'9". Alexander Usyk is going to come in at about 225 pounds. Tyson Fury is going to be 50 pounds heavier than Alexander Usyk. Those are major, major disadvantages, okay? No matter how skilled you are. There's weight classes for a reason. Tyson Fury is nearly a complete weight class above all of these fighters. So that speaks volumes, right? He starts to lay on Alexander Usyk, use his jab, use his range. He's very savvy. He's herky-jerky, but he learned how to sit down on his punches and deliver it downhill. I think it's just too much to overcome for Anthony Joshua, Alexander Usyk. And I think Tyson Fury is going to be the undisputed heavyweight world champion. Okay. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out moving forward. Again, Tyson Fury is proving that he is the best heavyweight today. That's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.